24/7. 24/7.
Bold Moves Radio.
Bold Moves Radio.
Afrika nakupenda sana. Oh, Afrika nakupenda sana.
Good evening. It's that time of the day every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. With me, your host, Aventina Mabunda. And today I'm coming to you live from home ground, South Africa. And I'm so happy to be back home. But as you know, I am not alone in this African Experience show. I am with my co host, Dr. Shami, and today's show will prove to be very interesting to anyone who wants to know about baking. We are bringing you the cake bosses, ladies. So please feel free, enjoy, grab your popcorn, grab your juices, and just enjoy this show with us. Doc, do you want to say hi to our viewers and listeners back at home?
Yes, good evening, our beautiful listeners there. I could see, Jolene, thank you so much for joining. We can see you. Yes, so this is our African experience. We bring you exciting news, we bring you exciting people. Yes, Mandla, I'm so excited about the show today. Nanambitela. We have beautiful, beautiful, experiences that we're going to show. The boss ladies. Oh, we the cake bosses actually. Okay, we will see. But anyway, we are very excited today, and stay tuned. Stay with us as we go through the journey of the African experience, where we are bringing you somebody from home who has a lot to share with us. Oh, I'm looking forward, to the day tonight. Yeah.
Yes, no, thank you so much, Doc. Welcome again, and let's start by wishing all South African happy Human Rights Day. We dare not, lest we forget who we are and where we come from as South Africans and as Africans. We are having this opportunity today because of what our forefathers, what our leaders have done for us. So we don't take this day for granted, and therefore we wish every one of us, all of us, a happy Human Rights Day. So back to the topic today. I am so excited. Last week we were talking Ghana, we were talking the African warriors, but today we are coming back home. And Doc, the way I am, I love anything that has to do with entrepreneurial spirit, especially when it comes from our youth. So today we are hosting a beautiful lady. She will introduce herself to all of us and tell us what she does. So welcome to our guest. Please greet our listeners and viewers at home and tell us who you are and what you do.
Good evening to all our lovely listeners. My name is Memory MASEBENZA. I am the founder and director of Melo Crafts Cakes, which was founded in 2020. Memory MASEBENZA, she's a baker, a creative. I have love for crafts. Anything handmade, I'm there. I studied travel and tourism management back in 2008. So I have a diploma in travel and tourism management. And then I later got a job in 2010. I guest house as an administrator. I was responsible for the overall running of the whole guest house. I was in charge of the managing the cleaning ladies, the chefs, and checking that everything in the guest house is in order. So I think working in a guest house also, in a way, pushed me to continue with this baking thing, because most of the times I will be helping the ladies in the kitchen when I'm not busy in the office while they were busy cooking and preparing desserts. So Yes, I'm a mother to a 14-year-old. I'm staying around Pulukwani with my mother. So yes, it's just the three of us. I run my business from our home kitchen. So yes, that's more or less memory.
Wow, thank you so much. What a beautiful introduction. You know, I love the fact that you have always been in this tourism hospitality industry. So today we are focusing on your experience as a self-taught baker, a self taught confectionery, pastry, whatever you name it, baker. So, Doc, we
Hmm.
are going to have a great hour, and I hope everyone is nice and relaxed. I'm coming from rainy Johannesburg, so if you hear a bit of thunder, it's just the heavens that are opening up where I am. But,
Yeah.
Doc, do you have anything? What can we talk
Yes.
about this beautiful lady?
Yeah, actually, I remember in the previous, shows that we spoke about how names follow us. When she was introducing herself, she said she's Memory Masebenza, and she said she loved the craft and stuff. And I'm asking myself if there is something, with the surname Masebenza. When you relate or when you translate Masebenza, it could be somebody who's working hard, and it looks like no memory that your surname became your destiny, where you say, I'm not going to sit and wait, but I'm going to work very hard. My question here, why did you choose cakes out of all, the business possibilities or entrepreneurial pathways that could have been? Why did you choose cakes? What inspired you to actually, go for cakes?
I think, when it comes to cakes, um, cakes are broad. I mean, you can do anything with cakes. So for me, I felt kuri lan nga ta kota ku humesa all my creativity because when it comes to cakes, hakuna limits.
Okay.
Anything is possible with cakes. You can bring me a picture, yeah, for example, a chair. Ukulaba a cake that looks like a chair. Rita endliwa.
Hmm.
So I felt when it comes to cakes, that's when nga ta kota ku humesa all the creativity.
Yeah, actually, it's very interesting. When we're talking, offline, you were saying, it actually started when you were celebrating your 30th birthday and you baked a cake. Let's see if we can be able to see that first cake and you tell us a little bit about it. We want to see, that first cake that you baked for. Okay, so this is where it all started.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
This is where it all started. As you can see, it has all the dents and the bow tie is flat.
Okay.
Um,
So,
yeah,
so
that's where it all started, and it was a fondant cake.
Ah.
Those who bake cakes or those who are in the baking industry will tell you that fondant is not easy to work with, but that's where I started. My very, very first cake was a fondant cake, and I made it happen.
Mandla.
Yes.
Mandla, I'm looking at this and I'm like, well, it does look beautiful. But yeah, let's see what will come out next. Mandla, what is your thought there?
I'm telling you, you know what? I'm looking at it. I'm like, what is she talking about? Because as far as I'm concerned, it looks very beautiful. I couldn't even do anything like that. But anyway, thank you to our lovely guest. We're looking forward to enjoying this hour with you. And welcome to our listeners and viewers all over the country. I see the family is coming large and fast. They want to hear their person talking about her passion. And one Memory Masebenza is saying, congratulations, mom. And yes, that is what we are all saying. We are rooting for you. And anything that is started by a youth, I'm all for it, Doc. Now we are sitting with more than 50% unemployment rate for the youth in South Africa. So I applaud anyone who even begins to want to do anything that seeks to create their own employment. Self-employment is the way to go. And with today's show, we are hoping that we are going to inspire, even if it's one youth, one girl child, one boy child who say, you know what, if memory can do it, if this one can do it, I'm going to do it too. So that is the objective of today's show. So on that note, tell us how it started, your journey. What made you go into that? And you went into tourism. I still want us to go back there. What now gave you that revelation that, man, I think there's something there, considering the fact that you're self-taught? It's not like the tourism where you went to school for, but this one you decided that there's something calling me there. What gave you that?
Like you mentioned just now about the high rate of youth unemployment. I went and studied travel and tourism management because I had this desire to travel the world. Actually, I wanted to be a flight attendant. So I just wanted to travel and that's it. But then I came home, got a job, and I wanted to do more. So I resigned and I sat home for about 2 years. Didn't know what to do. And my love for cooking, my love for baking, because I would bake biscuits and scones for my family every now and again. So that's when I don't know where it all came into being that, okay, it means if I can bake biscuits and scones, I can bake cakes as well. So that's where I did that first cake that you saw just now. That was my first one. So from there, I would teach myself and bake for family and friends. So, yes, that's where it all started. And my mother was a baker as well, though she didn't really go far with it, but she would bake cakes when she came back from work and sell to her colleagues. So I think when I saw her baking, I also developed a love for it.
No, that is so, so interesting. And as a follow-up, please tell us, when you started, did you have the pressure that we almost most people put themselves on, Yakusungula at a very big space? Where are you currently operating from, and how is that going for you?
Okay, yes, honestly speaking, pressure was there. Remember, there's people who have been baking for years. I would follow them on my socials. And me, as a self taught upcoming baker, I could not a little bit of fear. So it took a lot, Kobani Gaina, the courage to do this thing and continue learning and baking. Um, I want to say to someone who wants to start baking, it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. So what I can say, normally, loko ufana usungula shilo, there's that fear that holds you back. So I want to say to young people out there who want to start something, your success is on the other side of courage. Ungachavi, trust me. Once ususa that fear, the sky is your limit.
Okay. Wow, wow. It's really, really interesting. We will go for a commercial break shortly, but when we come back, we're going to be seeing, all the people that are joining online. We can see, we'll be calling, the names and all that, but we'll want to hear more about, especially where you say we can start small, because we know there is a notion that, oh, you need a big factory and stuff. I still want us to unpack a little bit where you are working, your working space from home. But we're gonna look at that when we come back from the short, commercial break. Okay, stay tuned. Woo. Welcome back. We can see, there are a lot of listeners. We see Raymond Ndambibaku, great job, Memo. Oh, that is right. Oh, but I also see my namesake there, Shamalani Mavikani. Hello, thank you so much. We can see that, you are joining us from Facebook. Says Doris Noko, we will see you. Thank you so much for joining. Memory, a lot of people are saying, well done, good evening, go Sesi. I see Nhlala Masebenza is saying, go sis. Oh, that is really beautiful. Thank you so much for joining in. Yeah, Mandla, I'm just listening to the story so far, and I'm like, I feel very inspired. It's somebody who started the job and felt, this is not for me. She take that giant maybe a leap of faith to say, okay, fine, maybe let me just go out, but not just sitting at home. Let me find something. Memory. I know a lot of people who are listening will tell you, yeah, for me to do this already, I need money, for a big space. I need a big factory. But you are saying you're starting this at home, in your kitchen space. I want us to unpack a little bit, how does it work? How does it work within your confinement of your space? How does it work?
Actually, it's possible. Let me tell you something. When I first started baking, I remember my mom had just bought a house, so the kitchen was not yet installed. So we were having a two plate stove that has a small oven. That's the one I was using when I first started. So I want to say to young listeners who are sitting at home thinking, okay, where do I start? I say start where you are with what you have. I started with a very small oven and only one baking tin. And I remember I didn't have a lot of equipment, so I had to improvise on a lot of things. But here we are today, 7 years later.
Wow.
I'm using a bigger stove, though it's not as big as I would want because I'm still working from home.
Yep.
But let me tell you something. Space does not even have a problem at all. Just start from your kitchen, and then from there, that's where you will grow.
Wow,
Possible,
this is so
possible.
inspiring. This is so inspiring. That's what I always tell people. Let your passion drive you. Let your passion drive you, regardless of where you are. Let your passion drive you. You can start where you are. It's possible, Doc. And 7 years, you mentioned something about seven. There's something, Doc, about staying power.
Mm.
The current statistics says most or 90% of the startups they fail within the first 3 years of operations. Now, someone who manages to stay over 5 years, you've got what we call staying power. And you know what, Mina, I really, really, really honor people from humble beginnings because you see your growth, you're able to track yourself, and you're able to appreciate where you come from. So big ups, big ups. We see here we have Dr. Mangani, who's part of our executives, who's saying, good evening, sisters. and the African Experience team. Thank you for joining us. And again, my name is Aventina Mabunda. I'm your host for the African Experience, and I don't go alone. I'm with my co-host, Dr. Hlami. We are a pair with a story, and really the objective is for us to talk about our beautiful Africa, to embrace ourselves. And today we are embracing a youngster who decided that, you know what, my calling is in baking cakes, and I'm going to do it regardless of the situation of my small kitchen. I'm going to do it from this small oven. And 7 years later, we are hosting her, we are celebrating her on this Memorial Day called Human Rights Day in South Africa.
Yeah.
This is
Mm.
really brilliant. Doc, I'm very
Yeah.
inspired, and I want us to talk more and more with our beautiful guest today. Tell us, what are some of the challenges that you have gone through, and what are some of the successes that you have experienced in the past 7 years?
Or you are new to the industry. And secondly, most of the challenges that I encountered or still encountering at the moment is lack of equipment. I do have, but I don't have everything that I need
Mm.
for me to be able to produce, let's say, on a larger scale. So sweswi ni fane ni relaya ka ku endla at least maybe 3 cakes in a week for them to be able to fit in our small refrigerator. And another challenge that I encountered is, when you're a self-taught baker, you're not yet perfect. So in a way, oh, it's scary. It's scary. You feel like um, maybe people won't be interested in your craft. But I thank God that most people were there to support, and I'm growing from there. Um, the success, honestly, seeing my cakes rehuma exactly the way a client wanted it to look, for me now it's success. It brings me joy. It gives me courage to keep going on and seeing the positive feedback that I am receiving in my keke Amina. So I would say that that's my success.
Okay. Wow. This is beautiful. I can see there are a lot of people, Bange, they are doing thumbs up there. We can see you, wise men Zulu there. I Tombe beautiful work you are doing, memory. Yangbona Shiluba Mava. So there, Tombeni, Nyanisi Zulu. Oh, a lot of people really, really like your work. Okay, so now we want to move away from your first cake that you baked, where you are saying, fondant and whatnot and whatnot. And you are saying you are not sure if people really like your artwork, but we have seen a lot of creativity. Okay, so we're going to show some of you. We were stalking you. We went to your Twitter and to stock, and we want to showcase some of the cakes, and we want our listeners to tell us what you think, because she says, I'm not sure if people like my artwork. Okay, let us see. Let's see the first cake, not the first cake, the second one and the third one, what she's able to do. Wow. Okay, so
Oh
what
my.
was going on here? What was the theme here? What was going on? This looks very beautiful. Memory?
Um,
This is the Route 66 cake with the I see a lot of road signs. Hey, Doc.
oh yes.
Yes.
This cake, the theme is cars. Um,
Mhm.
lava nga na vana va watchaku Cartoon Network, they will understand. This is a fondant cake.
Mhm.
Yes, it was a
Wow.
fondant cake. So most of the things that you see on the cake was sculptured. I sculptured. It was handcrafted actually.
Wow.
Oh,
There
wow.
is a
Especially
huge,
the road that you see there.
okay. There is a huge difference between the first cake and that one. And here we see a police, is it a police woman?
Uniform. So
Memory?
this one
Okay.
is
Yes, I
police
see.
uniform.
It's a shirt, police uniform.
Wow.
Oh, wow. This is
So
beautiful.
yes, with this cake, it was hand crafted as well. Everything I had to sculpt from scratch using fondant.
Wow.
Wow. Oh
Hmm.
my. Look at that. Look at that.
Mandla, yo, look at
Yes.
that, my sister. Mm.
Mm, 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 mm. No, this is stunning. This is beautiful. It's like some artwork you can just display, not to be eaten. Doesn't look like Ngakwe Blompoto, actually. This is so beautiful. But tell me,
Yes,
so anyone can bring their own designs, right? Anyone can
yes,
just bring
you can.
whatever is in their mind and you can just bring it to life.
Yes, but I do not replicate cakes. Um, yes, you can bring me a picture of what you want.
Mhm.
Um, yes, we can use it for inspiration, but I will not make it exactly the way it is on the picture because I don't want to take away the creativity of someone else's work. So, Namina, I want to add my own creativity to it.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That is actually
So with
beautiful.
this cake, it was it was for someone with special dietary requirements. It was for someone who's diabetic.
Okay.
So yes, it was a buttercream icing cake.
Oh, wow. No, this is your God-given talent. Hey, I'm actually scrolling through your Instagram account. It's so mind-blowing. It's beautiful, Doc. Even
Mm.
your people, I think these are your followers that are tuning in and they're saying we are so inspired. And one Sis Joylene is saying actually memories cakes are so delicious. And I actually love the fact that you do not repeat. I mean, that's a unique selling point, Doc. Promising people that yours is yours exclusively. So I love that. I love that so much. So tell me, if someone can ask you now, roughly, if you can remember, how many cakes have you baked so far?
From my Instagram account post, I think I might have posted 70 something.
Oh
Whoa.
my
I think
goodness.
roughly 70 something cakes so far.
Wow.
Sure.
Wow. 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 Wow.
That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. I hear we have a special guest in studio. We have Pastor Joylene, and she will taste the cake on our behalf. We should be tasting the cake, Doc.
Yes, we can actually do that. We have to take a commercial break. When we come back, because we know I'm so jealous because I know Memory brought a cake, in the studio. So when we come back, we're gonna do that. Remember, we want to say, somebody said, it tastes so good, but let us see for ourselves. When we
Yes.
come back, we're going to look at that and we're gonna see, some of the comments that some of our listeners are actually, posting on the social media. So we take the commercial break now. Welcome back. Welcome back. We can see a lot of, posts. I think there's somebody called Mahasaho Tombeni. She's also, posting and saying, yes, beautiful things there. Okay. We promised you that when we come back, we are going to see or maybe taste virtually how it tastes. Okay. So let us see what you brought with you to the studio.
Yay, there's Pastor Joylene, our tasting guru for the cake. Welcome to the show. Welcome to our African Experience show with myself, Aventina Mabunda, and our co-host, Dr. Shami. So, our beautiful guest. So, remember, this is how we're going to do it. You are going to take us through this tasting session. So, for every piece that she tastes, you are going to tell us the flavor and what inspired it. So, you'll tell us a little story about each and every piece. So over to you. Menga Chab, go ahead.
We need a little bit of audio there.
Mint caramel. And please note, all my cakes are baked from scratch. I don't use premixes. I bake all my cakes from scratch. So as you can see, Pastor Joylene Malek tasting my favorite, which is chocolate and mint caramel.
Oh, wow.
Aventina and Dr. Shami,
Yes.
thank you for having me. And you are missing a lot, but I will represent you. Don't worry. If you see me not succeeding in weight losing because of memory, this is
Oh
the
my God.
chocolate one, my favorite.
Okay. Mm,
Very
mm,
delicious.
Wow.
mm, mm.
That is so beautiful. You see, I see even Mahasa Tombeni. You are an inspiration indeed, Ceci. We have learned that every space we have must be used efficiently, no matter how small or big. Yes, I agree with you, Mtombeni. We have to just follow our passion. Are you ready for the second tasting, Pastor Joylene?
Yes, yes, yes. I cannot wait. And
Okay, the second one is carrot cake.
okay,
Carrot cake in the endley cream cheese icing. Even
Okay.
sprinkler a little bit of nuts on top, and I garnished with fresh carrots.
wow. It's Aventina and Dr. Shami. There are fruits here and vegetables. Yeah,
Yeah.
fruits.
Yanis, I agree with you. This is not fair.
Remember what we
Yanis,
spoke about, Pastor Joylene? Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. So you have every right to enjoy that piece of cake. You
Thank
are
you.
well within your boundaries. Yes.
yeah, Yanis, I agree with you. She say, I'm salivating. This is not fair. I agree with you. This is not fair. Nipomanamara is like,
Yeah.
oh my. Oh,
Yeah. This is
Pumla
beautiful.
Mabasa. I can see Pumla Mabasa. I say beautiful work. Oh, Nabela Mahlo.
No, this is stunning. Let's move over to the next one. Wow. In the meantime, let me just read. Let me read. Someone, Jasmine Mutungwana. Oh, says he's saying beautiful work. Thank you for the beautiful comment. And then Mr. Raymond Dambi saying, Memo Mama says that's excellent work. Wow. So even the elderly knows your work, which is so beautiful. beautiful. This is very commendable. And then Wanyani just says, You know, if someone cannot even put to words, it means really they're feeling something there. So this is beautiful. Are we ready with our next tasting?
Yes.
Okay, the
Yes.
third one is red velvet, my
Wow.
favorite. Na specializer when it comes to red velvet cake.
Wow.
Yina cream cheese as well. And then lion shani tope berry sauce, mixed
Wow.
berry sauce. And then as you can see, it has fresh fruits mixed. There's strawberries, there's blueberries, and fresh mint as garnish.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Mm,
That's
mm, mm,
stunning.
mm.
That is that. Tell me something on that note. So, if someone comes, there are people who say they use specialty flours like your cassava flour, you know, like your potato, a sweet potato flour. Are you able to experiment with those?
Yes, I take note to people who have special dietary requirements.
Okay,
So yes.
that is very
Oh,
interesting.
wow. That will be so interesting. I brought with me some sweet potato flour from Ghana. It will be nice to see what
Oh,
comes up.
okay.
It will be so nice to experiment with it.
I
But
would
anyway,
love to experiment
mhm,
with it as well.
yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Okay, the next one is blueberry cake.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Blueberry cake. It's rare to find someone
Fresh
mastering blueberry
berries.
cake.
Hey, hey.
That's what you
Maybe.
Oh, Pastor Jolene, even the way you are eating it, I know more in Nareta
honestly,
Valley.
he's exaggerating. Honestly, we are now feeling like we're being really left out.
Just delicious.
Yeah, no, they do even look very delicious. Let's move on to the next one. We have about 20 minutes left to our show. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the last one, which is lemon cake.
Mm, mm, mm,
Uh, I garnished it with fresh lemon and fresh blueberries and fresh raspberries.
mm.
Oh, wow. You see,
Wow.
what I like about your cakes, they're very unique, even their names and the garnishing, and the fact that you love using fresh fruits, and you know, it's rare to find that line up of great. It shows really it's a craft that you love playing with, and so. On that note, if someone comes to you and say they want to be trained, are you open for that? But before we go to that answer, Pastor Joylene, what can you say after that tasting? I'm so jealous where I'm sitting.
Yo, Aventina and Dr. Shami, thank you so much for hosting this lady. From the very first day I was connected to her, I I enjoyed the cakes she makes because in a cake, one cake like this, you have got five flavors. You
Yeah.
know, unlike where you have got just a chocolate cake or vanilla cake. So, you know, when you feel you need something to boost you, you know, you just give her a call and you indulge in five or six different flavors according to what you desire. And I want to say, I'm telling you, this is one unique baker I've ever met, and very keen to details. That is why she will never robs on fresh fruits, whether it's vegetables or mint that she or fresh herbs that she's using. But I'm telling you, you will even want to go for more. I'm always at home with my mother. Thank you so much.
Wow,
Wow.
thank you. Thank you. Wow, that feedback is beautiful. And I think it seals it all. It seals it all. You know, you are so talented. I mean, when we are looking at the comments from our beautiful viewers at home, you can see that they know your work and they love your work from starting from the cleanliness and your neatness and your creativity. I mean, my sister Rulani Bondo is saying just beautiful. You know, when someone says that, NSCCC also just say, you know what, this is just stunning. So please keep it up. And now we're moving on. Now you are an established businesswoman. You know your craft. You have excelled in your craft. And there are these ones that are upcoming. I told you our objective is to inspire the young ones to go out and look out for their jar of oil, Pastor Joylene would say. So now here is one who says, you know what, I want to walk in your footsteps. Do you train people? Are you open to that? Is that part of your future plans?
Yes, it's actually on the pipeline. I've already drafted an ad already, so people should look out for the ad on all my social media accounts. I'm looking to start classes as soon as possible because I'm getting a lot of DMs from my Facebook account. People want to know whether I offer classes. So that's when I realized that now it's time to expand and and you know ni pfuna van'wani lava lavaka ku dyondza. So
Okay.
yes. Mm.
I think that is very beautiful. It's very beautiful, and I like, the whole issue of wanting to help others. There is one thing that I like with knowledge. If you know something and you share it, you still have it. And the more you share it, is the more you get creative around it. I can see Babu Lapalano Kongelan Machumela Aku beautiful work Atala Aosha, a big heart, and clapping to show that this is really beautiful. I can see Raymond, we have Virginia Manganyu also is there listening and all that. So thank you so much for encouraging her. Thank you so much for wanting to actually share your knowledge with others. I heard you talking about your social media platform, but people say, where, how can they find you? Can you share how do we find you on your social media platforms?
Okay, I'm on Facebook. My business page is Melo Crafts Cakes. I'm also on Instagram. It's Melo_Crafts Cakes. And people can get hold of me on my WhatsApp, and my WhatsApp number is 073 8271 329.
Okay. Wow, thank you so much, Habona, Louisa Masebenza Kumema. I'm proud of you. Hey, people are really, really joining in here. Wow, this is really, really beautiful. And we're going to share, these your social media handles and all that so that people know exactly where to find you. We're going to take our last, commercial break. When we come back, we would like you to tell us a little bit more about where to, your future visions and all that. But we'll talk a little bit about that. For now, we are going to take a commercial break, and we're also going to read a bit more about what people are sharing on the social media platform. Let's take a short.
Welcome back. Welcome back. This is the African Experience Show with me, your host, Aventina Mabunda, and my co-host, Dr. Shamalani Ngwenya. We call ourselves a pair with a story. And today we are exploring Africa, the cake business in Africa. And we are hosting our talented, creative, young baker whose name is Memory Masebenza. I see, my dear, a lot of people follow your work. A lot of people are proud of your work. And tell us, is there anything else that you do? We earlier spoke about even exploring the grants that are available from our government. We spoke about the SETAs. Foodbev SETA gives away grants, discretionary grants, where they can say, Memory, as a business, we need you to go and train other people in this craft. So we will explore even that offline, and we'll see how we can grow that business together. But otherwise, tell us, is there anything else that you do outside baking that you would like to share with your followers?
All rounder. I do a lot of things. Hey, yeah, there's so many things that I do. Namnwala na endla. Though akuna page for sona yet, but I also do that. Um yeah, so far koba baking and nails.
Oh, wow. That is beautiful. Tell me something. For the young girl out there, for even the young boy out there who wants to now do what you're currently doing, what would you tell them? This is now you sharing with us what you want to share with us, what you believe is the message that you want to share with your people during our last 10 minutes of the show. What would you like to share with your people?
Okay, for someone who's aspiring to run a business or to be a baker, um, just start where you are. It's not easy. I won't lie, I struggled a lot. Ngoku. There were times where I wanted to quit. I just couldn't. But trust me, success on the other side of perseverance. So what I want to say to the youth, um, kwaba anything sha quick. There's no quick fix to anything. You have to work hard towards whatever it is that you want and believe ku ri u ta swi kota because hi mina loyi namuntlha I started hi xiovenani xintsongo xa 2 plate. Today my business is known all over. So what I want to say i ku start. I know most people excuse i ku se ni ta sungula njhani, I don't have this and that. Just go and get one pen, pani rin'we ntsena, and trust me, the rest will be history. That's how I started with nothing. And today, Naibona business, it's growing. And trust me, it's possible for you too as well.
Okay.
Oh, wow. This is so
Nothing.
inspiring. And I think your daughter is having your phone. And I love this message that I've just read here. It says, I'm so happy for you, Mama. This is such a great opportunity for you and your business. Big things to come in the future. This is so beautiful. When we wake up, we get driven by certain elements in our lives that make us to do what we do. And I believe our children are one such element. So for me, this was like, oh, wow, this is a beautiful message. And I see here, I think it's Mama. Says Louisa Masevens, I say, Memo, I am so proud of you. Know that I will always be by your side as your business grows. I mean, that melts my heart. We all want to do that because, truth be told, It is hard in the business space. It is so hard to try and build something from nothing. But here we are today, 7 years later. We are celebrating you on a very memorial day, Doc, on Human Rights Day. This is so special. So, again, to our viewers and listeners, thank you so much. This is the African Experience Show with myself, your host, Aventina Mabunda, and my co-host, Dr. Hlamalani Ngwenya. Dr. Hlami, how do
Yes.
you feel about this show?
Wow.
This was a beautiful show.
No, this is really really beautiful. I can see sesi there. Hatinyungubzisa hintiro wa mavoko ya wena. And I see Naledi Fikwa also saying, keep shining, sis. We love your work. There is one thing I remember when Pastor Jolene was actually tasting. She was holding, this platter. But I want people to see really how it looks like. I think we have a picture of that. When you look at it from a distance, you'll think it in sandwich and all that. But these are cakes. Do we have, that picture? There you go. So this is how it looks like. When you look at it from a distance, you go like, wow, this is sandwiches and all that. These are not. These are really cakes. Memory, I'm actually sitting here in Cape Town. I'm looking at that. I'm like, oh, my. I want to order this. Tell us, how do people place orders, and what is the radius where you are able to actually, respond, to the orders, but also share a little bit what people should expect, from the moment they place an order, how long does it normally take for you to actually deliver?
Okay, for cakes, normally I prefer that people order at least 3 days before.
Okay.
And people who are far, it's a bit hard for me to get to them. So normally I rely on, let's say someone is going to Joburg, I am able to give them a cake to deliver for me because I have so many clients at Joni
Mm-hmm.
and Avenda and Guyani side as well.
Okay.
So
And what kind of
now I
event?
would say it's easier for me around La Polokwane, but makeke ya mina ayafika. They went as far as Venda, Johannesburg,
And what
Tzaneen.
and what kind of events, what kind of events do you cater for?
Okay, I'm an all-rounder. I
Hmm.
cater for all events, be it a wedding cake, birthday, celebratory cakes. I'm there.
Baby showers.
Baby showers, anything.
Hmm.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
I hope you find a way of actually shipping the cakes to as far as Cape Town, because I would really 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 would like to actually taste it. But maybe let me say, when I come back, when I come to Limpopo, I have to make sure that I come and actually taste your beautiful work, that a lot of people are actually uploading. I see Timothy Hasapo said, beautiful work. Oh, yes, Mandla. Yeah, I don't know what more to say. I'm, I'm actually salivating. I'm hungry. I'm hungry,
You
literally.
know what? This is so beautiful. We are inspired to keep on going. And I hope there's one child that we have spoken to, there's one young man, young woman out there who says, you know what? If memory can do it from her mother's two-plate oven, I can do it. I mean, 7 years later, you have proven to have staying power. I hope someone somewhere is inspired to go out there and start. Let's go back to the notion yakuvukuzenzele. We know our current unemployment, youth unemployment is an all-time high in South Africa. If you ask me, it doesn't have to be, Doc. If we all can embrace that thing of using your talent to now do something to change your life and the lives of those around you, we can make a dent at this unemployment rate. This has been a very, very beautiful, beautiful show. And this is the African experience. And thank you to our audiences for coming through, for staying with us, for enjoying the show. And we can see you love memory. You love memory. Please follow her on Mellow Cakes on Instagram. Place your orders. Now, all the people that are listening to us, let's start at home. But charity begins at home. If you want cakes and you are in and around Polokwane and surrounding areas, even as far as Venda is concerned, I mean, she just mentioned that now. Please think of Mellow Cakes and think of this memory. Let's try and inspire. Let's try and help each other grow. And let's try and build our Africa. Let's change that narrative of an African child. You know what it said about us? We are lazy, we are entitled. Let's change all that by, singing these stories, beautiful stories. That were Mellow Cakes. That was his memory. I am so happy that we got to sit down and chat. We have been meaning to have a show around cakes for a while. Maybe we were just waiting for you. So this has been a very, very lovely show. And Doc, what is your parting shot to this?
No, I think I need to give her, more chance to say, what is the future? Where does she see memory in the next, 10 to 15 years? And I think she can share that when she give us her parting shot as well. Where do you see yourself?
I see myself owning not one, not two, but many coffee shop outlets around the country. I want Mellow Crafts Cakes to be a household name. I also want to train as many young people as possible. So in the future, it's me running coffee shops and a school as well
Wow,
to
beautiful,
impart my skills and my knowledge to the younger generation.
beautiful, beautiful.
Wow.
This is beautiful. Mandla, I don't have any more words to say. This is really, really beautiful. May God
Oh,
bless you in your endeavor.
yes, I see here even Pastor Joylina, she's still feeling the cake, I'm telling you. She's saying, thank you to Mellow Crafts Cakes and may you grow beyond boundaries. On that note, that is what we as the African experience would like to also say to you. We are inspired by your story. We are motivated to actually give more to what we are currently doing. And yes, may you grow beyond lips and lips and lips of boundaries. We are really proud of you and we are hoping to see you. One day we'll be broadcasting the show, Doc, in one of her coffee shops. How is that? And maybe it will be in Cape Town as well. So that is what we are looking forward to. And on that note, this was another rendition of the African experience with myself, Aventina Mabunda, with my beautiful co-host, Dr. Shami, and our beautiful guest today, Ceci Memory Masebenza of Mellow Crafts Cakes. This was a beautiful show, and we would like to thank our executive producers. I'm talking of our DJ Mercy, and I'm talking about Pastor Strike. I nearly said DJ Strike, Pastor Strike. So thank you so much. And remember, we have other shows lined up on Bold News Radio. Every weekday, we start with our morning prayer, and we've got other shows as well. We come in on Tuesday as African Experience. We have Mikondo ya Tingwazi, not forgetting my beautiful sister on Sunday, Prudent Woman, Sesurulani. So please, 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 please tune in. We are looking forward to hosting you. And remember, we are telling our stories the African way, and we are telling the story ourselves. So if you feel you have a very pushing or inspiring story, African story that you would like to share with us, please get in touch with us. Have us have your story, and guess what? We can be talking to you on another Tuesday. So until next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. Let me not say same place, but yes, same time. We will be together. Thank you and God bless.
24/7. 24/7.
Bold Moves Radio.
Bold Moves Radio.
Afrika nakupenda sana, oh Afrika nakupenda sana.